I'm Seb, or more commonly known as Lazy Neef online. That is how you pronounce it. I've seen so many people try to pronounce that and just be like so wildly wrong. But anyway, I'm making a video because I want to show you guys how to install my mod, the royalty mod, and honestly this works for all of my mods. Basically, pretty much. I will mention if it doesn't, but yeah, this is just for people who I don't know, can't access the document at all, or can't read. Not can't read, maybe you have dyslexia or something, alright? Or just you prefer YouTube videos. Yeah, I don't know why I'm on face cam, I just kind of felt like it, to be honest, but very precariously placed, so gonna bounce a whole fucking lot. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so first things first is we are going to download all of the framework, the required mods, in order for my mod to work properly. I will leave all of the links down below so they're super easy to access, but honestly all of the links are on Tumblr, on Patreon, on Discord. I always leave links to the framework mods wherever the installation is. So I'm going to go to the first one, which is XML Injector by Scumbumbo. Rest in peace, poor guy. But yes, this is now being updated by Triplus so kindly, because this mod is absolutely awesome. Basically, this mod allows me to hook into pre-existing EA code without overwriting it, because if I overwrite it and then somebody else makes a mod that overwrites it, they're going to clash and they're not going to work together, and you would have to choose between the two mods. So this basically bypasses that and allows me to hook into it without creating conflicts. Okay, so on this page, you are just going to click this download button. Do not click download modders documentation. I mean, you can, but it's not going to be of any use to you. It's of use to people like me who use it in their mods. Okay, so just click download and it should start. There you go. Easy. Make sure you keep an eye on this because it does update every now and then. So the last one was high school patch. Triplus is pretty on this, so you know she'll update it pretty regularly if it needs to be updated. Pretty quickly, that's what I mean. The next thing you need to download is the Trait Tracker Injector by Mel22. This basically again allows me to hook into this thing called the Trait Tracker in The Sims 4, which keeps track of traits that are passed down via genealogy. If a parent sim has one trait, let's actually take Father Winter for example. If you have a baby with Father Winter in the game, then that baby will have some Child of Father Winter or Child of Winter trait, and the Trait Tracker keeps track of that. So yes, anyway, don't download this test package, you don't need that. All you need is this download right here, so just click download. There you go. Okay, and for the last framework mod, we just need Frankk's pack test mods. So I will always have this linked everywhere. So on the website you just need to make sure you're on the for users tab instead of the for modders tab. Yeah. So make sure you're on for users. You can either click jump to download or scroll down and then just download from sim file share. Click download. And make sure you click the heart too, just shows modders that you like their stuff. Anyway, that should be all downloaded now. Okay, moving on to the actual mod download itself. You can download this mod from a variety of places. Basically the main place is my Patreon. The second main place is CurseForge. The only thing with CurseForge is that it usually takes about 24 hours between me uploading the file and then it getting approved by a moderator. And the other main difference between the Patreon and the CurseForge files is that CurseForge won't allow me to upload the file with the Dungeons and Deaths update because it's against their rules, which sucks, but it's understandable, you know. So also you used to be able to download it on itch.io, but I can't get into that account anymore, so I can't update it, I can't delete it, I can't do anything with it, so that's now null and void. So don't download it from there because the hella outdated version. I do just want to say as well that there have been some people who said, I can't support you on Patreon. That's totally fine. If you would like to support me in some way, downloading via CurseForge does give me like a tiny like little kickback from the ads every month. If that's a way that you would like to support me, then you can download via CurseForge instead of Patreon. Okay, so on Patreon, this is always going to be the same link, the current public release. The early access Patreon releases will always be separate links, and they will be uploaded to Discord. And I'm also now going to be uploading early access to CurseForge as well, because they apparently let you do that. So I'm going to be exploring that, because some people can't access Patreon from their countries and stuff. So it just kind of offers a different way to download it, if you want to support me in that way, that is. But if you subscribe to me on Patreon, please don't then go subscribe on itch, because they'll be exactly the same files. Okay, so this is Patreon. This is the 2.84 update. I will always have the version number up here and current public release. Basically on this, all of the new stuff will always be in like this area called change logs, so you can read about what's new in the update or the patch or whatever. Basically, you are going to want to scroll all the way down, and you can see, actually, let me just go back up, under the required mods here I have everything. I need to bold that actually. Yeah, I have the required mods and companion mods too. You don't require the companion mods for this royalty mod to work, but they're just like nice little extras, add-ons, Okay, so scrolling all the way down, you want to click this file here. It'll always be called LazyNeef royalty mod, whatever version number the mod is at. So just click it and it will download. If you want illiteracy as part of the mod, so basically your Sims have to learn how to read, then you can click this file as well, and you can add it into either just your mods folder in general, but I would suggest putting it inside the royalty mod folder so you don't lose it. Okay, so now we have everything downloaded that we need. What we're going to do is we'll start off by double clicking the royalty mod zipped file. If you can't double click this, or it's in an unfamiliar file format for you, make sure you download a program like WinZip or WinRAR or something like that. So just double click. I have WinRAR, I'm not paying for, obviously. All I do, you can like copy paste this, which I think a lot of modders tell you to do. I've never noticed the difference, to be honest. All I do is I click and I drag to my mods folder. Okay, nice. Just close that out, that's all you need to do for that. Let's open the pack test the same way. You can read Frankk's readme if you'd like. But all you do again is just click and drag to your mods folder. I wouldn't suggest putting any of these framework mods like the pack test, the trait tracker, the XML injector inside any other folder. I know like some people are like really crazy about like like ordering things and keeping them in folders that are named stuff for their own well-being or something. I don't know. I wouldn't do that if I were you. There is a loading order to this game, as in like it will only read so many folders deep, and I just think with these framework mods that are generally script files, just keep them in your root mods folder, which is the folder that I'm putting them in now. Okay, exactly the same with XML Injector. Double click. Now you want both of these files, okay? So grab both of them and drag into the mods root folder. Close that down. Okay, so the trait tracker is a little bit different. You can see it's a different little icon. You can double click on this just to look inside of it. This is basically what's inside all script files. Yours might not actually look like this. This is because I'm used to opening script files and looking inside them and all that, but you don't need to do that. All you need to do with this is click and drag that whole file in there, because it's already a TS4 script which you don't need to open and move the contents out of. I will just also add on this little bit extra because I have now uploaded an update that's kind of like an expansion pack for my royalty mod. This is totally if you want it, if you like Ancient Greece, you can have it, but it's a separate file download, so if you don't want it, you don't have to worry about it. Basically, download this exactly the same way, and this does require the base royalty mod to work. So you can't just download this by itself and have it work, because it requires the files that are in royalty mod anyway. Okay, so double click the Ancient Greek update or any other update that I'm coming out with, and you can click and drag this to the root folder, but I think it's a bit neater to put this in here with the royalty mod files. There we go, and it's just down there. You don't need to delete anything from here if you don't want it. However, you do kind of need to do that for the royalty mod, so I will go over that now. Okay, so one of the final steps in setting up the royalty mod is choosing your auto classes file. So this is inside the royalty mod folder. Double click on it and go to auto classes, choose only one. There are 3 files in here. Basically, this is these take care of if you've played royalty mod before, you'll know that when you load into a lot and your sim is poor, then you'll be given the peasant trait automatically. Or if you load into a slightly nicer lot and you have a bit more money, you'll get the middle class. And if you were to load into the land grabs family, then you would get the upper class or higher class. I can't remember what I called it. Gentry, that's what I called it. So this takes care of that. Basically, this is so if you only want the lot value to be considered when the game divvies out those traits, then you would keep this file only. If you only want the household's total funds to be considered, so for example, if they only had 10,000 simoleons or 20,000 simoleons, they would be given the peasant trait. If they had more than 20,000 simoleons, they would get middle class, and if they had a bunch of money, then they would get gentry. Then that's the one you would keep. If you want both of those to be considered, so how much money they have and how much their lot is valued at, then you would keep this one. So let's just say I want the cash only, so I delete the lot value, and I will delete the cash and lot value. And then what this will do is it will only consider the household funds when giving out those traits. And then finally, if you come down here to remove if unwanted, then you can delete any of these files if you don't want them. Basically, these files, they just replace the paintings that your sims can paint with more sort of classical paintings from sort of Renaissance time periods and stuff like that. And also, if you have, I think it's a get together pack where it had clubs, this adds royalty mod traits to the club requirements, but I can't inject into that yet, at least last time I checked. So this is a complete override, and it will clash with other mods that add to the club requirements. So if you have other mods that do that, then delete this, or delete the other mod, whichever one you want. Or if you just simply don't want that, or you just don't have the get together pack, then delete that as well. Okay, so finally you have all of those things installed. You have all of the requirement mods that are needed to run royalty mod, and you've chosen your lot value, you've chosen your auto classes, and you've removed anything you don't want. There is one final step. Okay, so the absolute final step is to go to your options, game options, and then other, and enable script mods. So if you are brand new to The Sims, or you've updated, I believe, this will be disabled by default. So just go into here and click enable, and you'll have to restart your game for this to take effect. So click OK and apply changes, and then just exit out. Okay, that is it. Basically, it's very simple to actually do. So, you know, if you had trouble in the past installing, I know there's some people who just like can't really wrap their heads around it, which is totally fine. Hopefully this was a bit more helpful for you, even though I tend to ramble a bit. But yeah, that is basically it. You should be able to go in game now, go into Create a Sim and add the Monarch trait to your sim, and that should all work perfectly fine. I will make more videos about how to do all of that, so stay tuned. Yep, so that's pretty much it for now. If you have any issues, I will try and help in the comments section below, but honestly it is a bit of a ball ache trying to get a hold of me anywhere but Discord, so please join the Discord. I will respond way faster, probably, if at all. Yeah, that's it. Please enjoy my mod. Thank you for supporting me. And please subscribe, I guess.